Hey guys, it's Vignesh from Code Android. In this video, we'll see about rows and columns. Row is used to keep widgets one after another horizontally. Column is used to keep widgets one below another vertically. To demonstrate this, I already created an empty Flutter project and added container as the body for the scaffold, adding row as a child for the container. If you see here, we are getting the children's instead of child, because unlike other widget, row and column can accept more than one widget as its child, so that it will place those children's horizontally or vertically. Inside our rows children, adding 3 text widgets. You can see all 3 widgets are aligned one after another. There are some attributes for rows we can play with. You can see we have some attributes with default values. So even if we are not passing these attributes, Flutter will take default values and construct our widget. So adding these default attributes to our row and see it in action by changing one by one. To see the changes of main axis, wrapping this row with a container. Also setting the container background color as green. You can see our row is taking entire width of the screen. This is due to this main axis size. Here we have 2 options, min or max. So changing this to min and saving the code. You can see our row is ending when the inner widgets are ending, because it won't allow row to have any space. Due to this, when we change the value of main axis alignment, we won't see any difference, as the main axis alignment affects the spacing between the widgets inside the row. To see main axis alignment options, changing the main axis size back to max. As the default value is start, we won't have any space in between widgets. When we change this to center, all the widgets are kept in the center of the row. If we use end, then all the items are drawn from the right side of the screen. We have 3 more values which are used to align the spacing. When we use space around, we will have equal space around the widget. As we have equal space around the widget, we will have 1x space at the start and end of the widget. In between widgets will have 2x space. When we use space evenly, we get even space between all the widgets. It keeps 1x space at the start, end as well as between widgets. The final type is space between. When we use this, we will get space only between widgets. In case if we want to give some different ratio for the widgets, then we need to give flex or expanded. To see the changes, wrapping the third widget with the container and setting its background color as yellow. Now I'm wrapping this third item with expanded. You can see the third item is taking all the available space. In case if we want second and third item to have same width, then we need to wrap both items using expanded. You can see now we got second and third item with same width. If we add first item also inside expanded, then we get equal width for all the widgets. In case if we need the widgets in 1:1:2 ratio, then we need to add flex value for the expanded. You can see we got 2x width for the third widget comparing to other widgets. Now we'll see about cross-axis alignment. The default value of the cross-axis alignment is center. Now when we use start for that, all the widgets are starting from the top of the row, and end will make all the widgets to drawn from the bottom of the row. When we use stretch for this, row will take the entire height of the parent. Also, the widgets will be drawn from the top of the row, like start. To show that height constraint, adding the parent container height as 200. You can see even though we use stretch, our height of the row is 200. Finally, we have baseline. When we use baseline, we need to include text baseline attribute as well. This will be used to align text in multi-language scenario and other specific text alignment issues. Now we'll see about column. Like row, column also takes list of widget as its children and keep those children one below another. For column also we have same attributes and default values. To see the changes, here also I am wrapping the column with a container. Also changing the color as green. You can see our column is taking parent height as its height. When we use min as main axis size, then the column height is same as its inner widget's height. So it won't allow any vertical spaces. Due to this, main axis alignment won't have any effect when we use min as its size. So changing it back to max. Like row, here also we have same values, but instead of giving horizontal spaces between widgets, column will give vertical spaces between the widgets. Center keeps the widget at the center of the column. End keeps the widgets at the bottom of the column. Space around will give even space around the widgets. Space between will give spaces only between the widgets. Finally, space evenly will give even space between and around the widget. Now we'll see about cross-axis alignment. Setting the parent width as 200 and changing the cross-axis alignment as center. You can see our widgets are aligned center horizontally. Here also stretch is used to take max available width by the column. In this case our parent is restricting the child width as 200, so it's taking 200. If I remove the parent constraint, it will take entire width of the screen. Here also we can use flex or expanded to give rational heights. Like this, we can align widgets horizontally and vertically using rows and column. That's all for this video guys. If you have any doubts, please put it in the comment section. I will try to answer it. Hope you like it. I will see you in my next video. Have a nice day.